Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. Richmond and Aiken counties both working to help those experiencing homelessness. The annual point-in-time count is underway in Augusta, and organizers need your help counting the homeless population. Today, Richmond County leaders will head to local shelters. Multiple counts are happening this week, and volunteers are needed to make that happen. Shelters like them say they are seeing an uptick in the number of people coming in, especially from Hurricane Helene. They're working to make sure no one is overlooked, and those involved say the face of homelessness is ever changing and the number is increasing. They're helping to work on solutions to an evolving problem, but it's more than just a head count. The point-in-time count helps connect those facing homelessness to resources like the Augusta Rescue Mission and the Salvation Army Center of Hope. Now, you still have time to volunteer.
We can't solve this by not being part of it, and this isn't our community. I only live a couple miles from here, so this is not that far away. We all need to be part of the solution.
If you'd like to volunteer for counts happening today and the rest of this week, take note of some of these dates and times here behind me. A shelter count is going to happen at 6 o'clock this evening at the Augusta Rescue Mission. Then that's the perfect time for those who work during the day. But if you get off earlier, you can go to the Garden City Rescue Mission. That's at 2:30. If you can't make it today, the 29th, that's going to be Wednesday. You've got 9 o'clock in the morning, the Love Center Day Shelter Count. So a few opportunities here to get out and help volunteer. Leaders in Aiken County are waiting for the point-in-time count results. Aiken City Manager says affordable housing and programs to help the homeless are top of mind. Leaders say bringing more affordable homes starts with reevaluating zoning ordinances. Right now, City Council is in the early stages of potentially amending ordinances to allow emergency transitional tiny homes. One woman experiencing homelessness says she needs to see that play out sooner rather than later.
If you come out here and you look at these streets where it used to be life, and now there's no life. Most people are walking around in the cold. Houses are abandoned.
The city says it's also given the Salvation Army of Aiken $400,000 to build a bigger shelter for the growing needs. Over the weekend, a 30-year-old man was shot and killed in Augusta. Authorities in Richmond County say they went to Higdon Street just before 3 o'clock Saturday morning to investigate. Deputies say they found the victim and another man shot at least once inside the home. The coroner says Devontae McLeod died at the scene after 5 o'clock. No word on what led up to the shooting and his death. Deputies say the other man injured was taken to a nearby hospital and released later on. The Aiken County Coroner's Office investigating a deadly shooting. They say it happened around 6:45 on Pine Circle Road in Minetta Thursday night. Authorities say 21-year-old Remedy Jennings Leapart died almost 2 hours later when he got to the medical center. Aiken County investigators are looking into what led to that shooting. A weekend fire caused extensive damage to a chicken processing facility in Saluda. You're taking a look after crews from multiple counties battled the flames Saturday night into yesterday afternoon at Amick Farms. It's one of the largest chicken production plants in the state. Saluda's emergency management director says no one was injured. Amick Farms releasing this statement saying they appreciate every first responder's efforts. They're assessing the damages at the facility right now and working to find out what caused that blaze. This morning, we've got an update to a story we first brought you as breaking news on Friday. This man on your screen, 60-year-old James Cochran, is now in jail after being on the run for nearly a month. We told you he was wanted and considered armed and dangerous. Aiken County deputies say they arrested him last night after a chase. This all started December 31st when Wagner police tried to pull him over for an expired tag. Police say Cochran jumped out of the car and led them on a chase, but they lost him. They say they found a sawed-off shotgun and a stolen revolver inside his car. Cochran is charged with multiple gun and unregistered and uninsured vehicle charges, plus a DUI charge. Public hearings are happening soon to talk about Georgia's homestead exemption. It could put a cap on tax hikes for your home. Voters shared their thoughts on the ballot last November, and now local governments and Board of Education leaders decide if they want to opt in or out. In Richmond County, the Board of Education has their second meeting today at 6 o'clock. City leaders are hosting 3 next month. That's February 4th, 11th, and 18th at various times and places. We have when and where up on your screen. The Columbia County Board of Education, they have their first meeting this morning at 8 o'clock in the next half hour here. The next two will be tomorrow and February 6th, both at 6 o'clock. All of them will be at the Board of Education building. The last two meetings for the Board of Commissioners are tomorrow at 10 a.m. and February 4th at 6 p.m. And here's your reminder, if you live in Georgia, time is running out to apply for FEMA assistance. You now have nearly 2 weeks to apply for aid. The deadline, February 7th. Counties approved for assistance for relief are Burke, Columbia, Emmanuel, Glasscock, Hancock, Jefferson, Jenkins, Lincoln, McDuffie, Richmond, Screven, Tolliver, Warren, Washington, and Wilkes counties. Screven County is the only one in our area approved for assistance from Tropical Storm Debbie as well. And you can apply by visiting the website on your screen, disasterassistance.gov. You can also apply using the FEMA app or by calling the toll-free number. Survivors can also contact the Georgia Call Center Monday through Saturday to help with their applications. Right now, several projects are underway in downtown Augusta to enhance the city. Millions of dollars are funding these facelift projects, but some people tell us the construction and the roadblocks are becoming a problem. Some wonder what the maintenance plan really is and if that plan will remain in place once the job is done. Augusta Mayor Garnett Johnson says it's a conversation he's still having after taking office.
How do we create a centralized ground maintenance and trees department to where we have complete 100% accountability to cutting the grass, to maintaining the beautification of Augusta, Georgia, and maintaining our trees. An initiative that I'm going to continue into 2025.
City leaders say they're aware of the troubles with that construction, and they're working with engineering to figure out what a maintenance schedule looks like. That's it from the news side of things this morning. Let's send it over now to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong for a wet Monday outlook.
Indeed, you're right. We have had rain overnight all the way through this morning's drive. It's become a little more scattered, but still kind of focused right along areas along 20 all the way to Columbia, Waynesboro, Highway 25 to 25 as well as all the way 278 out in Aiken County getting wet as well. But we look at Grovetown, we can't really see any snow left now. Temperatures started warming up over the weekend. Some of those shady areas that had a little bit of visible snow from last week has definitely gone away with this warmer weather. And the pattern is going to warm up even more. So we are looking dreary, holding the low 40s right now. Pattern anywhere between 42 to 43 from Augusta, Aiken, Washington, Crawfordville, all the way into our southern counties there, Emmanuel to Bamberg County, low 40s. Well, we'll maybe get up to about a 50-degree mark here for a short period of time. Some early morning rain, obviously, for